Hello, this is the woodland, and I'm going to be doing some work on it over the next 4 months. It's about 3.5 acres of land. It goes down to, you see that patch of mature trees over there? Those are about 200 odd meters away. It goes down to the end of them. I don't know if you can see, if I zoom in, you can see a bit better. To the end of them, down to that little stream there, and then bordering that is a farmer's field. Bordered by the road on this side, up to about 20-30 meters up the hill over there. This is the hard standing with the caravan where, you know, I'm sort of based. So most of it is populated by these 4-year-old pine trees. So they've all made it through a fair few winters now, so I'm not really expecting any of them to be dying. This is midwinter now that I'm starting this, getting ready to have it prepped. Finish my work in late spring, so it's nice in the summer. There's a fair few weeds, but it's not as weedy as it is in the spring because it's winter, so now is a good time to get started on some work. We've got a staircase here that's buried. It's been sort of, you can see slabs. Can you see that? If I do that, there's a slab here and a slab there. They're not properly fixed, but they are there. So I'm going to unbury the staircase and try and fix it. We've got a path that goes down here with some gravel in it. We're going to be ordering some more gravel and extending the path. So I'm just going to do a bit of a tour of it and talk about my plans. Ultimately, these pine trees will grow and then they'll shed their pines and turn the soil very acidic, and it will be like a young pine forest. And you won't have this level of bracken and brambles everywhere. So it'll be much nicer to traverse. Oh. Okay. This is our path. Ugh. So a bit of trench there where I dug for an old path and then ran out of gravel. Now, we've got a nice little corner over there where the pine trees are growing. This was the direction of the initial path, but it's actually grown over quite a lot. I didn't trench and gravel it. It's just been cut a few times, walked on, put some fabric down, but it didn't really work out. So my plan is to actually divert the path to take a different route through here and through this field here where only bracken grows. You see there's no brambles here for this large patch of it. So somewhere along here I'm going to rake away all of this dead shit, brush cut it down and dig a trench, not that way, like this is. Look at how this is like in places this is maybe half a meter deep of bracken. Another patch here, no bracken. Sorry, no weeds, no trees. Some of these pine trees have gotten real big. Like, look at this thing. It's like 4 meters tall. Wow. 3.5. Okay. You can see some of these pine trees. Like the bracken sort of clings to them, like that one, and so they've had to grow a bit taller. I'm gonna head now. There's a large patch where no pine trees grow. It's like, very populated by wildlife, this place. We've got rabbits, we've got pheasants. You'll have a lot more in the summer, but because everybody's hibernating now. I reckon pretty much the path that I instinctively walk on, for being the easiest path, that's probably the best place to gravel, to trench and gravel, because it's already easy to walk on. So if that's like the path of least resistance, like you can see here where me and the other visitors have just walked on. I don't know if you can see very well, but a part of it that's lowered, that's like the beginnings of a path. People keep walking on it. But look at this. You've got this large patch here where not many pine trees have grown. You've got that, you've got these two sticking in, but really this kind of area, quite a large swath of it, the pine trees didn't take. They died in the first and second winters. These two have survived, so good for them. My plan for this, since we can't grow pine trees here, rake up all this bracken, till the land and plant some wildflower seeds and try and make like a small wildflower meadow somewhere, because at least it'll look nice. It'll be good for bees, and it's something a bit more productive than just fucking bracken everywhere. This is the oak tree, my favourite tree in the woodland. Shed its leaves at the moment because, you know, it's winter. It's not the seasonal fashion to have leaves at the moment. And then we come up this way and you can approach it from an angle. So this is what I want to build the path to, that takes you to here. And look at this ground. Because oak trees drink up so much water, this is all nice and clear. Like there's no bracken, there's no brambles. It's just grass pretty much, and naught else. So this is like a lovely area to come. This is kind of like the destination of the woodland, the best place in my opinion. So I want to build a path to here to make it convenient to get from the caravan to the oak tree. This area over here between us and the mature woodland now, it's got all of these. It's like a hedge. They're so dense. I mean, it's better than brambles, but I'm not going to go cutting down these trees. And I don't really see a great way to get a path there. So really, I guess the saving grace is at least they're going to outcompete brambles and other weeds for water, and you can walk through a dense sort of brush of trees to get to the mature woodland. I don't think there's a lot that I'm willing or able to do about that. But yeah, all of this dead shit, I'm going to brush cut away the brambles. I'm going to rake up this stuff, maybe do some controlled burns, maybe just bring it into a big pile and let it mulch. Dig a path, and yeah, plant a wildflower meadow too. That is my plans. Let's see if we can get down to the mature section. Like, what is... Hold on a minute. What's a good way to get into the mature section? Let's see if I can do it. Step. Like, this is a healthy lad. This pine tree's made it. It'll be interesting to see in like 10 years from now whether the pine trees sort of expand and see, this guy's alive. I don't think he's going to survive because these are going to grow leaves soon and take away his light, and he's not as tall as the rest of them. Poor bugger. Some of these pine trees are clearly doing well. This is like a weird pine. Right, how do I get to the mature woodland from here? Looks like this way. fucking brambles. I should have brought my big knife. Look at this thing. It's growing sideways. It was growing up, and then it was like, no, I'm going to take a 90-degree turn, thanks. I think we can get there. If I go around this side. Oh, this is very nettly. Okay. Right, so we can get there, but I'm not going to go there now because I'm not in the right clothing. I don't have my brush cutter. I'd want to take a brush cutter to these nettles. But this is a closer look at the mature woodland. So yeah, I mean, it's really in kind of a state of disrepair. Like, it's not been maintained really. So I'm going to try and put that right over the next few months. I think step one, clear around the path to give me just easier walking around the woodland. Brush cut some swaths that I can do now, and then order in more gravel, dig more trench, extend the path, and see how it goes for us. This soil is of an interesting texture. At the top it's fairly... maybe I could get through there. Yeah, again, quite a lot of nettles. Eee. At the top it's very wet, kind of easy to dig, but then you get to the bottom, it's quite clayey, really hard if you go below. Like, it's really difficult to get below a metre deep. And it gets harder and harder as you go. But that'll be fine. The trench we're only going to do about, I don't know, 30 centimetres deep, 25. Yeah. This one looks like it might survive, but it's so little. Why are you so little? Yeah, so I'm gonna vlog my progress basically. Make little videos. Maybe someone will watch them one day. Or maybe just me when I'm older. Oh. Or maybe even not me. Who knows? This area is quite nice. So this is where I want to have the path. My vision is you've got like a gravel path coming down through there, down that way, and there's a wildflower meadow.